Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going to do a head shave now. I'm doing it because I got my Wolf Whiskers brush and I want to use it. It's driving me nuts not using it. I've got a day and a half's growth, so there's plenty there to whip off. I'm just going to do it against the grain and pick up, hopefully just pickups, and that'll be it. I'm going to use Bluebeard's Revenge shaving cream. The reason I'm using this is it just came to my hand when I opened up the drawer, but this is actually my middle child, Mitchell, the middle one. His favourite scent. Out of all the soaps and everything that I've got, this is his favourite scent, and it just reminds me of a nice barbershop scent, and I think that's what it reminds him of as well. Our local barber. It does smell like this, sort of clean, fresh, sort of aquatic scent. That's what I get from this. Very soft cream, and as you can see, I've just pulled it out and I've just sort of mushed it into the, well, just touched it around the side of the bowl. There's loads in here for probably 3, 4, 5, 6 passes, I don't know. The brush is going to be the Wolf Whiskers. Absolutely stunning. I know this camera never does any justice to any brush or product that I put on here. It's got 25mm Black Wolf Ultra Fan knot. So as you can see, that's the Ultra Fan. Sorry, just had to pop over there and sort my mirror out as well. Ultra fan, this is a 25mm fan, and this is the 24mm bulb. So that's the 3 types of knots that you can get from Wolf Whiskers. These ones are sort of limited at the moment, very different feeling knot. But we shall see how it works. It feels beautiful on the face. It's got a lot of backbone. It just looks, I think that looks incredibly slick. It just looks, it's nice straight lines. It's just got a very slight arch on the top. Just lovely. And hopefully it does a good job. So let's wet the brush. And straight in to the bowl with the cream, and let's just see what we can get. Just dip the tip straight away because it needs a bit of water. I do find it's been a long time since I've used this cream, so hopefully I get a bit of lather from it. But I do remember using it, and it needs quite a lot of water, which is great. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the only reason I don't like using my Wolf Whiskers in bowls, because they smack on the side of the bowl. Very pedantic of me, but I don't want it scratched. As you can see, I've not really done anything yet, but it's starting to build a nice lather already. It just needs loads more water. I think I probably need to dip the brush maybe 5 or 6 more times to get the consistency and the volume of lather that I need. That's the first hair loss. I'll just pull that out now. So with these Black Wolf knots, my bulb knot, I lost literally no hairs because it had been used a couple of times by the previous owner, Troy. So I think it had lost or shedded its hairs that it was going to lose. My fan knot, the 25mm fan knot, this one, the other one, I lost a few hairs over the first few shaves, probably between 5 and 15 hairs. It hasn't lost one since, I don't think. It might have lost 1 or 2, but for the amount of shaves it's done next to nothing. So I'm expecting to lose a few from this one, over the first few shaves at least, as it sort of settles in and the stray hairs that are in there just fall out and come loose and come out. Right, it's really starting to build now, and as you can see the brush is starting to load up. I do remember this cream being reasonably slick. It's got a lovely scent strength out the little tubs, probably, I don't know, maybe a 4, 3.5, 4. Once you get it whipped up, maybe a 4.5. It's not a strong scent, but it is a nice scent. This was one of the first creams that I used, one of the first products that I used for a shave actually, if I remember correctly. It stayed in my den from pretty much the very start. I have tried to sell it a few times and it hasn't sold, so it stayed, so I've decided now it'll probably just stay in the den, now that my son likes it as well. There we go. I think that's pretty much where I like it. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. The bowl's got loads of lather in there, and I can just add water to my head as I go. splash of cold water. And here we go, the first ever lather with an Elite 25mm fan. Well, straight away, I was surprised how easy it's actually splayed. I thought it was going to be a difficult fan to splay. It's got massive coverage. I don't know whether you guys can see that. That's huge. Huge coverage area. I've got that all over my bloody eyebrow now. Dip the tips, just introduce a bit of moisture because I think it needs it. It seems a little bit dry. The good thing with water is you can add it. When you've added too much you can't take it away, so then it becomes a problem when you've got to add more cream. So always start off as dry as you can and add water as needed, and it'll give you a much better lather. You'll get a much better consistency, more consistently. Consistency and consistently. Well, that to me is a beautiful lather, created very easily with the 25mm Black Wolf Elite fan. Now, I'm going to use this again because I'm just getting used to it. I do love it, it's very smooth, very easy razor. The Gillette 500 HD, number 59, made in England, and I'm just checking here, British patent 694093, and I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what the date was, but Tony has actually messaged on there telling me what date this would have, date range it would have been made in England, Gillette. It's in great condition. I will probably get this one replated at some point, and I will probably just replate it in nickel rather than going anything fancy. Right, now the blade, Mr. Ken Lee from Ken's Shaving and BSing was kind enough to send me 20 one blade blades, FST I think they are, and he also sent me 5 of these Gillette stainless. This is one of Ken's favourite blades at the moment. He just picked it up from tryablade.com and absolutely loves them, and he's raved about them since he's used them, so I am going to give it a shot today on a head shave and give it a bit of a workout. So let's pop it on. It's a twist it open razor, as you can see it's in there. Beautiful action on this, you see it there, there's no noises, nothing, it's just lovely and smooth. Give it a good twist at the end to tighten it in. And once again it just lines up. I don't know how it works, but it lines up super straight. As you can see, the lather has not dissipated, it's sitting there nice. It's a great consistency. There's no air bubbles in there, but there's no air bubbles really in the bowl either, so I'm quite impressed with that. So here we go, I'm just going to go directly into it against the grain with this little bad boy and see how we go. I don't even feel the blade. If I'm honest, I barely feel it cutting. But I can assure you, that is smooth. The slickness, residual slickness is excellent, really excellent for a mass-produced cream. Now I am one of those, I like the marketing side of things with some products, especially the Bluebeard's Revenge. I think the marketing's good, I think it's humorous. I do understand that some people take it the wrong way. It's all very manly and not for women and things like that. But I find it quite quirky, quite funny. I think there's some written on here actually. No, it's actually written on, I think I've got a Bluebeard's Revenge moisturiser. It's written on there, and it's very old school manly sort of stuff that's written on it, but it's there for a joke, they're not being serious. My wife loves the smell of this as well, you know, and I find a lot of women, I think, would actually enjoy the scent on this. Well, Ken, this blade is superb, mate. Absolutely superb. Thank you for sending it, and thank you for sending those other blades as well, and for sending my brush over, mate. It was really, really appreciated. I can't wait to repay the favour. So as I've said before, you have to be careful with this razor. It does have, just on the edge here, a lot of overhang of the blade, and especially for head shavers, you're going to whip the back of your ears with them, it will cut you instantly. So you need to make sure you pull your ears forward and make sure everything's safe before you actually get in there for a stroke with the blade. Now I'll tell you what this razor has done. It's opened my eyes up to the fact that you do not need a super efficient, super aggressive razor on your head. What you need is a razor that just works, and it really opens up your eyes to how subjective wet shaving is. I mean, I can tell you right now, there's no way I would be getting a shave like this from the Merca 34C, because it's not, just doesn't seem to work as well. Right, well there's not a whole heap left on there. That's as smooth as you can get as far as I'm concerned. It's not as efficient as a Wunderbar or a Mergress in setting 5, nowhere near it. Residual slickness is incredible, really good. Oh, amazing after so many months of shaving, how a cream that you thought was pretty average can become something exceptional when you learn how to lather it. Right, let's get stuck in for the next pass. Just go back to the bowl and grab a little bit more. Yeah, I like this knot, it's really nice. It's got a lot of backbone, it's got a lot of spring in it, but it's good. It's just very soft. There's no scrub with it, a little bit of scrub, but more so than the other fan knot in the bulb, but it's super soft. Just add a bit of water, needs a bit of water. Scent on this cream's lovely, really nice. Lovely, clean barbershop, or what I believe a barbershop said to be like. That's what I get from it anyway. Lathers up really easy, and as you can see the lather is superb. Just going to spend a bit more time on the lather, see what we can do with this. Oh yeah, this is exceptional stuff. Really good. Cheap as chips as well. And flicking lather all the way over there. The brush releases the lather well as well. The knot, as you can see, it's not really bulging down here. It's all released from the top and middle of the brush of the actual knot itself, which is great for painting lather on. So here we go, let's just do the final sort of pass, which is like a clean up pass for me as well. And then we use the residual slickness of the cream to do that final polish. So, blowing me away this Gillette, it really is, this razor, and the blade. The blade's exceptional, it's as good as an asset, if not better. Be interesting to feel one on my face and feel what the blade's like on a face shave. Like I say, I do need to spend a bit more time buffing with this razor. But once you get the angle right, it's a great little shaver. The residual slickness on this soap's really helping. But I do find you have to just a little bit, pull the skin just a little bit to get that final little scrap off every now and then. Not all the way, just in odd little bits of my head. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to trying this out on a face shave, this blade and razor combo. Because that's super smooth. Right, what a mess I've made. All I'm doing now is I'm just going to wet my hand, just grab all this sort of excess lather that's just floating about and just test the residual slickness. So all I'm doing here is I'm just doing my crown. And just really, because it grows all over the place, you just gotta just feel there's a bit of hair pulling against me there, so I go at that angle and it whips it off. Same here, I've got a little bit here. But the blade and the razor is so smooth and so mild, and with the slickness of the silk, the residual slickness, it just knocks it off. It's really efficient. Just little bits like this. The Wunderbar, Mergress and Timeless, and R41 and the Timeless would have all dealt with that by now. There's still little bits I still feel, but overall, that's another exceptional shave. Just a little bit there. That's the sort of support I get while he's watching one of my videos. She still thinks I'm mad. Right, I'm going to move on to Shea Moisture Shave, Aftershave and Bump Preventer. We'll splash of this. Yeah, there's a bit of irritation there. Bit of sting, not irritation, just sting from the stuff doing its work, but nothing major. This stuff stings no matter what you do. It just stings. There's nothing you can do about it. Right, now while that's drying in, I can clean the brush off. So my daughter, as I said in my previous shave, finally won another gold medal for dancing today. It's been a long time coming. It's just one of the days. Sometimes if someone else gets it, it does a little bit better. Sometimes people win and you don't realise why, and only the judges ever really know. Alright, I'm back. That was a young fella wanted to use the toilet, so. Whilst he was doing that, I just cleaned off the brush and thinned it out, and look at that. Exceptional, right back to the way it looked when I first used it. Absolutely beautiful brush, it really is. I cannot highlight enough what the colours are like in this brush. I really can't. I don't know whether putting that on would make any difference. No, it doesn't. You truly cannot do any justice to a Peter Wolf brush, or any brush for that matter, on a camera, unless the cameraman's shit hot and using a top of the range camera that really picks up like full 1080p, ultra high HD crap, you know. This looks absolutely incredible in the hand, right in front of you. It really does. Blown away, Peter, I really am, mate. The cream today, Bluebeard's Revenge, was excellent, excellent cream. I'm really chuffed with that. I really am. That's that Shea Moisture Shave dried in now. Beautiful slickness, easy to lather, smells great. Great for travel. I've took it on to Bali a couple of times. I've took it other places on travel as well. Really excellent stuff. Highly recommend it. The razor was the Gillette Rocket 500 HD number 59. Twist it open. Just twist the bottom here. It opens up, and this one just stiffs a little bit. And I had a brand new Gillette stainless in there. Upside, I had it the right way the first time. Gillette stainless. Yeah, beautiful little razor. It really is lovely. Then followed that up with some Shea Moisture Shave Aftershave Bump Preventer, and I'm going to finish off now with a bit of Shave Where It's the Cool Fix, just to put a bit of moisture back and just reinforce it, because I have shaved my head twice in 2 days now, and I normally end up with some irritation on the back. So let's just see how we go. Good dollop of that. Beautiful. That was a first class shave. First class. I really enjoyed that. I really did. This little razor is turning out to be one of my favourites, if not my favourite razor at the moment. But I will compare it with the other Gillettes that I get, the other vintage razors that I'm getting, and also the Murgress as well, on its lowest setting, just to see how it goes on setting one with the Murgress along with this. I would say this is around about a 1.5 on the Murgress. But yeah, beautiful little razor. Well built, well engineered, twice as old as me if not older, and still works amazingly well. Anyway guys, I shall leave you to it. Thanks very much for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and don't forget to subscribe, most importantly, because I'm not far away from a 1000k giveaway. And I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.